What's going on, everyone? XO603 here. So today we are doing the oil change on the H2 Carbon. She's been riding a little rough, like shifting, going into gears. So I've actually ordered a new clutch just to make sure this thing stays fresh and new as much as possible. I like to keep my bikes always updated to the max. Even if I feel or see or hear anything, I'd rather just replace it new because it's your life between your legs. So we got a new clutch coming, but yeah, we're gonna change the oil, see if that changes shifting the gear. The Busa, the oil was actually very dark, and before it was supposed to be ready to change. So yeah, on this bike here, so the Busa I think is every 15 to 2,000 miles. This one's every 1,500 miles. So we got the oil here, and yeah, that's the thick stuff here. This is the Valvoline 20 weight 50. So we're gonna get the drain plug out, and we got the new filter here from Kawasaki. And like I said, this is a regular setup street bike for the H2. It's not like this one is the actual built bike. This is just the street one. Now if I can remember how to Now if I can remember how to take this darn thing off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a little hot. A little stuck there. So once we do that, for those of you that don't know, Kawasaki H2 is actually pretty easy to do. It's not like it's that big of a deal. And I mean, we do have another drain plug. You know what? What we'll do is we'll just, we'll see. Actually, it's gonna just dump out. So, we'll just let this go in the bin here. There's always a trick to this, a fine art. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to drain out there. Let's see if I can just. Oh, there we go. Still got oil on me. As you can see how dark it was and thick and black. Just pouring up out of there. So we had her out riding earlier, so yeah, we're going to she's all heated up, so you should run the bike before you do change the oil, just so it gets everything out. We got a dirty rag here. I can never have enough dirty rags, just in case something like that. But yeah, look at that, all that. Ugh. Yeah, it's pretty thick, dark. And another thing is, we don't have the light, but it's always good to inspect the oil. Just make sure there's no, nothing in it. And then once that gets done draining fully out, then we'll go and we'll take out the filter right there. The filter, I want to say, is it still hot? No, it's cooled down. So I should be able just to reach my hand up there and just yank it out. But yeah, on the Busa, it's harder because you have to take you can't use an Allen wrench. You gotta take just a regular wrench and undo the drain plug at the bottom, and then you gotta fit your hand up in there. So on H2, it's definitely a lot easier to get to the drain plug for the oil there. And yeah, so very, very easy, unique bike. Like I said, it's crazy how much power this thing has. Really amazing. What's this? Something. I'm not sure where that came from, but yeah. And then as you can see, the intercooler is right here. Let me make sure that's on camera. And that's the silver piece there. So yeah, pretty beautiful and unique in design. Like I said, every motorcycle is such a work of art when you actually look at it and get down to the actual, every inch of it. It's very phenomenal to see. And then you take somebody like me who, can just throw it between my legs and, do some crazy stuff to it or with it, and yeah, crazy. But we're gonna let that finish draining out, and then we'll be right back for y'all. And I'll take out the oil filter and let that drain out, and then we'll put the new one on, and we'll put the new drain plug back on, or the new drain plug on. Yeah. All right, y'all, we are back. So let it drain there. It's down to drip. Take it. That's the thing about doing your oil. If you take it in to get oil change, you never know how long they're gonna let it sit. And then the thing is also too is that you're paying for them to let it sit and drain out. So yeah, there is that. So it's nice just to have it at home and drain. Now I will say, if I was doing this outside, I would use brake cleaner, or to just kind of spray all this down and clean it up. But I mean, it looks alright. Plus, I'm inside, so I don't want to stink up the garage, So we're just gonna do that. All right, throw the towel away. Now we got our Kawasaki new oil filter, and we're gonna let this open this up here and install it. It doesn't want to come out. Okay, there we go. Come on. So here's our new oil filter. Yay. Great, right? I know. So we are, it's interesting. It's already like lubed in there. But we're just going to take some oil here and just run it around the ring, which you should do so it seals, although it is already lubed, but we're just going to do that just to be safe and sorry. Wipe my hands, and then we're going to throw this on here so as y'all can see. Let's spin that back on there. Oh, I point it up there. That way. Got the new oil filter on, and we just want to make it like a little, hopefully y'all can see, a little snug there. Not too hard. So if you see me, you see how my fingers are kind of slipping on it, that's good enough. We won't make it too tight, So now we will put that drain plug. Okay, so this drain plug actually doesn't look too bad. I do have another one, but because we're gonna have to change the oil in less than another 2 weeks, I'm not gonna use the new drain plug from Kawasaki here in the bag. So we're gonna keep that aside, and we're just gonna reuse the old one. So we can just kind of wipe this here, and then we'll just spin this on in. Like I said, sometimes you will need a new one, or you should, but for this sake, we're gonna save it for, like I said, in 2 weeks time when we go ahead and replace the clutch. And we're gonna just do this again. Hopefully y'all can see on camera. We're just gonna make it a little nice and snug there. So it's nice and snug. And we'll just take the rag, wipe off all the old oil stuff, and yeah. And that is how you change your oil on your Kawasaki H2 Carbon, or H2 base. And then, like I said, what we'll do is we will install this piece back, and yeah. So be right back. Alright, y'all, we are back with the final step, which was putting in new fresh oil. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you see how that oil is, how it's nice, shiny, and clear. And we come to this oil, and it's like just black and nasty, thick. So we just got the new oil put in. Now, of course, I should tell you, so the H2 takes all of this oil, which is yeah, about what, 4 quarts? Yeah. Yeah, 5 quarts. Takes all that and goes in here. So now she is back. We're gonna put the oil cap back on, and then she will be ready. Don't want to lose that. You can see if you hold on now. Come on, go in. I don't want to go in. Huh. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Yeah, if you can see, she has a seal fitting there. Don't want to lose that. And then we're going to take the 3/8 Allen and just tighten her back to snug. Not too snug, you know, not all the way. Come up with it nice and snug. There we go. And so now she is snugly on, and she's good to go. And also too, to take out the drain bolt, it was a 5/16, and yeah, so literally all the stuff you'll need to change your oil on your H2 Carbon. And now she is all set and ready to ride. Like I said, I didn't want to change the oil, but I do plan on riding her a little bit more. So I figured I'd change the oil because we are getting a new clutch in. Like I said, have been feeling now, maybe this will fix that problem, and maybe I'll just cancel the new clutch. But, you know, I'd rather just put it back to having it as new as possible. For those of you that don't know, all my bikes I make sure to keep in tip-top shape. All my previous bikes that I've sold, I've always found good homes for the ones I know about, and you know, people are pleased, you know, because they know I don't ride them hard, you know. So yeah, but she's done. This is how you change your 2025 Kawasaki H2 Carbon's oil, and she's ready to ride. So yeah, thank y'all for joining me today tonight, because it is tonight, on this night of changing the Kawasaki H2 Carbon's oil. And like I said, when it comes to Busa's, I guess the extra step, although sometimes with the Busa you can have to take out the lower fairing to get your hand up underneath there. I don't, but you know, with that it was just easier to take it out, take out the bottom fairing there. But the Busa is pretty simple, pretty easy to do, the oil change and everything, if you ever need to. The Ducati, that's a whole nother monster I haven't dealt with or played with, because when it comes to Ducati, I'd rather just take it in with them, you know, warranty purposes wise and everything. Now granted, if it wasn't under warranty or anything, I just worried about it myself, but rather just have it done by them and everything else. So, and yes, we still do have the new upgrades coming. For those of you that don't know, we will be doing the Uptail Acro exhaust, which will be waking this monster up a lot, so it'll be really fast, which will be cool. A lot more usable power than this thing. But y'all, have a wonderful day and night wherever you are. Peace, love, ride safe. Remember, the world is as evil as it is. No need to be hateful, spiteful, evil, and jealous. None of that stuff. Just be positive and loving, especially in the times that we're in right now. But yeah, so I'm going to get that old oil in there, and then I am going to call it a night and clean up. Yeah, so that's the rest of my night. But yeah, maybe I'll go out riding a little bit. It is nice out. It's really warm. But yeah, that's Florida for you. Well, anyway, y'all, peace, love, ride safe. Later.